Good afternoon, friends. Important video. We have seen in GST that there is one GST law and one portal, GST common portal, through which GST got implemented in the country. But we find there are certain occasions, instances and circumstances when there is disconnect, there is no synergy between GST law and GST common portal. One of the recent example, that renting of residential dwelling unit to registered person now under reverse charge method from 18 July 2022. Now see the problem, and this problem I'm discussing through video would be expecting from each one of you that you should also answer in a comment box. Before my video progresses, I will give you the answer and solution of the problem, but I really want कि आप अपना आंसर कमेंट बॉक्स में जरूर डालेंगे जैसे जैसे मेरा वीडियो आगे बढ़ता जाए, जैसे आप इस वीडियो को एंजॉय करें और आप भी अपना आंसर खोजने की कोशिश करें इसका आंसर क्या होना चाहिए। लैंडलॉर्ड मान लीजिए हरियाणा में है, गुड़गांव, एंड immovable property, residential dwelling immovable property located in the state of Haryana. Now this property is being let out to a registered person in Delhi. So tenant is registered in Delhi. So in this given situation, once again, landlord is in Haryana, property located in Haryana, and it is being let out to a tenant, registered person under GST under Delhi. So registered under Delhi. So he has got Delhi GSTN number. With the changes effective from 18 July 2022, that renting of a residential dwelling to registered person, then this registered person who is a registered tenant in Delhi, he has to discharge GST under reverse charge method. That is the provision, right? Now I'm creating the problem where law versus GST common portal disconnect. As per definition of place of supply, is a location of immovable property, right? To determine intra and interstate supply, we have silver lining principle, location of supplier and place of supply within same state, it is intrastate, CGST and SGST applicable. Location of supplier and place of supply is in different state, then it is interstate supply, IGST leviable. So let's start. I'm going to put a question to all of you through this video. Write down your answer in a comment box. I will see the answer, those who are responding in the comment box. Now, location of supplier in the example I gave, landlord, is in the state of Haryana, whether registered or unregistered. Location of supplier is Haryana. Place of supply, location of immovable property, right? Which is again Haryana. So it is intrastate supply because location of supplier, place of supply within same state, right? Intrastate, CGST and Haryana SGST applicable. Now from 18 July 2022, so any person who is letting out his residential dwelling unit to a registered person, registered tenant, it is under reverse charge method, RCM method, reverse charge. So registered tenant has to discharge GST liability. So my question to all of you, here tenant is registered in Delhi, Am I right? Registered in Delhi. And he will pay GST under reverse charge method. Now please tell me, having Delhi registration, how he will pay Haryana SGST, because applicability is intra-state CGST and Haryana SGST. How this recipient, tenant, registered tenant, having Delhi registration will discharge Haryana SGST liability. CGST, I do agree, it can be paid. But Haryana SGST, how he will discharge having Delhi GSTN number? मैंने सिंपल आप लोगों से ये पूछा, ये इंट्रा स्टेट सप्लाई है, CGST और हरियाणा SGST लगेगा, बट दिल्ली का जो टेनेंट है, जो दिल्ली में रजिस्टर्ड है, जिसको रिवर्स चार्ज में अब पे करना है, तो वो CGST एंड हरियाणा SGST, CGST तो एक बार हम मांग सकते हैं कि सेंट्रल लेवी है, बट हरियाणा SGST की लायबिलिटी वो दिल्ली रजिस्ट्रेशन से कैसे देगा? मैंने क्वेश्चन आप सभी से कर दिया, तो अब आप लोग कमेंट बॉक्स में आंसर भी करेंगे। पहला, जब वो हरियाणा SGST पे नहीं कर सकता तो क्या GST नहीं लगेगा? No GST leviable. You may say yes and no in a chat box, no problem. First point. अगर GST नहीं लगेगा बिकॉज वो दिल्ली रजिस्ट्रेशन से हरियाणा SGST पे नहीं कर सकता, क्या लॉ का इंटेंशन ऐसा है कि वो GST नहीं लेना चाहता? मैं आपको यह बताने की कोशिश कर रहा हूं कि लॉ वर्सेस GST कॉमन पोर्टल में कितनी बार हमने डिस्कनेक्ट देखा है। दिस इज वन ऑफ द एग्जाम्पल। डिस्कनेक्ट, आप दिल्ली रजिस्ट्रेशन लेके हरियाणा SGST का पेमेंट नहीं कर सकते, तो अब क्या करें? GST पे करना चाहिए, राइट? तो जो GST अथॉरिटी या GST कॉमन पोर्टल की अथॉरिटी मेरा वीडियो देख रहे हैं, वो भी बताएं, लिखें कमेंट बॉक्स में कि दिल्ली रजिस्ट्रेशन वाला बंदा हरियाणा SGST कैसे पे करेगा। अगर मैकेनिज्म अवेलेबल नहीं है तो क्या GST नहीं लगेगा? या फ्यूचर में कोई GST की डिमांड लिटिगेशन नहीं आएगी? RCM में रजिस्टर्ड पर्सन को GST पे करना है एज पर माई एडवाइस। वैसे तो ये इंट्रा स्टेट है, CGST एंड हरियाणा SGST, बट चूंकि हरियाणा SGST आप दिल्ली रजिस्ट्रेशन से पे नहीं कर सकते, तो आप क्या करेंगे? दिल्ली रजिस्ट्रेशन से IGST पेमेंट करेंगे और प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई हरियाणा को दिखा देंगे। यू विल पे IGST and will mention place of supply as state of Haryana, location of immovable property. GST is a destination based consumption tax, right? So SGST component must go to the state where ultimately goods or services are being consumed. So once you are paying IGST from Delhi registration and mentioning place of supply as Haryana, then quite obvious SGST component of IGST will be credited or accrue to the state of Haryana. So Haryana will get their component of SGST. So had it been CGST and Haryana SGST, तो हरियाणा SGST हरियाणा को मिलता। अब चूंकि मैं हरियाणा SGST का पेमेंट दिल्ली रजिस्ट्रेशन से नहीं कर पा रहा, तो मैंने एक मैकेनिज्म दिया कि आप IGST पे कीजिए, प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई हरियाणा दिखाइए, SGST कंपोनेंट ऑफ IGST हरियाणा को मिल जाएगा। हमने लायबिलिटी तो पे कर दी। अब दूसरा क्वेश्चन ये आएगा कि अगर मुझे क्रेडिट लेनी है, रिसिपिएंट इफ एट ऑल वांट टू यूज दिस प्रॉपर्टी, and I'm giving you the example, this leasing is happening to a company registered in Delhi, and company is using this property for residential purpose of their employee. So it is being provided by the company to the employee concerned, right? So जो दिल्ली की कंपनी है, रजिस्टर्ड है, वो अपने एम्प्लॉई को रहने के लिए हरियाणा में इस प्रॉपर्टी में रहने के लिए उन्हें रोकते हैं, वहां पे ये फैसिलिटी उनको दी हुई है. Now in the books of company registered person recipient, it is in the course of furtherance of business, because providing it is obligatory on employer to provide accommodation for residential purpose. It is business expenditure on the debit side of PL account, deductible. Hence, it is in the course of furtherance of business, right? Question is whether this Delhi registered company paying IGST, mentioning place of supply as Haryana, discharging the liability, but can they take credit? Question to all of you once again. आप डेली रजिस्ट्रेशन से आईजीएसटी का पेमेंट कर रहे थे, राइट? कर दिया आपने यू आर बोना फाइडी ऑनेस्ट टैक्स पेयर, यू हैव पेड आरसीएम लाइबिलिटी, आईजीएसटी, मेंशनिंग प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई एज हरियाणा, बट कैन यू टेक क्रेडिट ऑफ आईजीएसटी in your daily registration where place of supply is being mentioned as Haryana? Please disconnect. Again, law versus GST common portal, big disconnect. 5 years of GST, lot many occasion. I thought let me make this video and explain to all of you and to the GST authority and GST common portal. आपने मुझसे आईजीएसटी का पेमेंट ले लिया, मैंने बोनाफाइडली पे भी कर दिया, प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई मैंने हरियाणा दिखाया, क्योंकि मैं हरियाणा जीएसटी इंट्रा स्टेट करके तो पे कर नहीं सकता था. अब डेली रजिस्ट्रेशन में आप मुझे आईजीएसटी की क्रेडिट को इनएलिजिबल कर देते हैं, जबकि आईजीएसटी सेंट्रल लेवी है, वन नेशन वन टैक्स. मुझे क्रेडिट डेली रजिस्ट्रेशन में मिलनी चाहिए, है राइट? मिलनी चाहिए ना? आप कमेंट में डालिए, मिलनी चाहिए. लेट्स हैव वॉइस टुगेदर. ये बात समझ में आनी चाहिए. इफ जीएसटी इज वन नेशन वन टैक्स वन मार्केट, लॉ और जीएसटी कॉमन पोर्टल में सिनर्जी का होना बहुत जरूरी है. लॉ कुछ कहे, कॉमन पोर्टल कुछ कहे, तो फिर सिनर्जी क्रिएट नहीं होगी, ईज ऑफ बिजनेस नहीं आएगा. So lot of practical issues. I thought this is the prominent one, and to me, if it is used in the course of furtherance of business, credit is available. Credit is available. IGST की क्रेडिट डेली रजिस्ट्रेशन में मिलनी चाहिए, बट आपको पोर्टल अलाउ नहीं करता. जीएसटी कॉमन पोर्टल उसको इनएलिजिबल दिखा देता है क्योंकि प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई हरियाणा दिखाया हुआ है. So let's have some solution. So we all are looking for the answer and solution. But this video mainly on important aspect that how the law and GST common portal is disconnect. Let me also quickly run through important aspect of renting of residential dwelling unit. Quickly I'm running, just catch hold of it. If it is renting of commercial property for commercial purpose, it is forward charge in the hands of landlord, and landlord can take registration only when aggregate turnover is more than 20 lakh rupees. First part. If it is renting of residential dwelling unit to unregistered person, and this residential dwelling unit used as for residence purpose, to unregistered person, it will continue to be exempted prior to 18 July 2022, post 18 July 2022. Renting of residential dwelling unit used as a residential purpose by unregistered tenant, exempted, continue to be exempted. But here one more question which is coming out in the market. I'm a sole proprietor. Let's say tenant is the sole proprietor. He has taken registration on his PAN number for sole proprietorship firm. Now he is taking some residential property for residence purpose. He is registered on the PAN number for the sole proprietorship, but he is taking the property, residential property, to be used for residential purpose, which is for personal nature, debited to his drawing account. Sole proprietorship versus individual. Then what happened? Whether RCM applicable? FIB fact check has clarified that in such case, if it is to unregistered person, tenant, or for personal use as a residential purpose, then GST is not leviable. But if you look at the law is little different. So let's have clarification. Why there is, law provision versus FIB fact check, Twitter clarification? Why can't we can have clarity and circular coming out? Clearly आ जाना चाहिए ना कि अगर इंडिविजुअल है जिसने सोल प्रोप्राइटरशिप फर्म का रजिस्ट्रेशन जीएसटी में लिया, he is registered only for the sole proprietorship. Now he is taking a residential property in individual capacity for use as a residence. No GST. Credit. I said if it is used in the course of furtherance of business, credit should be available. Let's have clarification, circular by CBIC. And I've discussed this video at length on this disconnect of law versus GSTN. And then what are the problem we are facing? Clarified the issues. We are going to have one webinar. And this webinar is being organized with alliance with Joho Books. Importantly on place of supply. How to determine place of supply? Here I discussed place of supply, right? We are going to discuss many things on this concept of place of supply. Whether registration in GST is really linked with the place of supply. We will do interplay. Registration, place of supply, and input tax credit. So I'm going to discuss all these things in that webinar, and the details for joining the webinar, for getting yourself registered and joining the webinar, which is on 30th August. This 30 August ko, 4:30 to 5:30. I'm also going to discuss in that webinar what happened if you have wrongly determined the place of supply and paid wrong taxes. होना चाहिए इंट्रा CGST एंड SGST और आपने उसको ट्रीट कर लिया इंटर IGST पे कर दिया और वाइस वर्सा. तो रॉन्ग टैक्सेस के केस में क्या इंप्लीकेशंस हैं हम सब डिस्कस करेंगे. हम ये भी डिस्कस करेंगे उस वेबिनार में कि जब प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई हम डिटरमाइन करते हैं तो कुछ थंब रूल हमें डिटरमाइन करने पड़ते हैं. For place of supply for goods, place of supply for services. 1 hour dedicated session, webinar with Joho Books. You can join that webinar, free webinar, and 5 lucky participants will get my latest GST Law and Commentary book. To the 5 lucky participants. Look forward joining each one of you. And today, this video is made in a different manner. I posted certain query. I wanted to have your answer also. आपने comment में अपने answer डाले होंगे. Let's enjoy GST. See, I'm trying my best. Technical topic in a simplistic way, in a lucid manner, with practical example. Hope you're liking it. Stay tuned. Many things. And yes, we all are taking GST. Walk the talk. And it is the responsibility of all of us together, taxpayer, tax department, GST, common portal, to make GST good and simple tax. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Thank you very much.